An unexpected color combination, operator. My sensors are bleeding. Pleased.
Sick as fuck, bro. This is the one. Have that on. Let's go yellow. Yep. Yes, sir. Nah. That's it. Hold on. Attachments. That's looking nice. Okay. It doesn't sit weird. Okay. If I add this. Man, I wish this thing had like a metallic look on it. Maybe I'll just go with white and that one then. Man, it'd be better if it has a metallic look, bro. They need to change this. Oh, yep. Damn, this motherfucker looks sick, dude. Hold on, no. Appearance. This is nice too. I like this one. This one's nice. This one is clean. It's like a robot, like a Gundam. You know what I mean? Looks sick like that. But this one, ooh, it's like a knight, full on knight. Maybe I can change the primary. What if I can change the black? Let's go to black. Black is low-key nice, man. It's low-key nice. But something about it, it's not it. You know? I'm a full-on white. Nope, okay. How about pink? Nah, that's not it. Stick with this. Fur look like a fucking... Fur look like a knight, bro. A real knight. The war. I'll get mods for this. I do not have good mods. Should I be logging the or which one should I? Sendo. God damn. This is badass. Spy capture. Okay, let's do some capture. Anything, fuck it. No matter. Okay, hold on.
You found the capture them quickly before they escape. Corpus walkers are heading to your location.
Only 4 AOC style A-list and investor connect members. The first 86,000 buyers get a Spider-Man NFT to they'll go quick. AMC first ever NFT. So guys, this is huge for AMC all around. So we know that Alberli also tweeted this idea came from
Okay, hold on. Let me see his ability. What is the first ability? Last shot with a stream with shattered glass or hold for an arson strike.
So this is a smart idea for AMC overall because everyone is going to want their hands on this Spider-Man NFT. In order for you to do that, you have to
Excellent work. Look, the captive's back in base. Your work is done here, Tenno.
Oh, what? Damn, that shit OP. 8,000 damage.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission. Take a look inside.
That's why he can't just give out NFTs to every share. He can't put an NFT to every share or AMC stock because that way, you know, they would think he's doing this. He's doing anything he can to benefit the swings, and that would be illegal. He tried to do things to help push their swings. So that would be
It's a crash.
his interest is to most definitely just try to build the company up as a CEO or investors' interest as a long-term perspective. But like I say, guys, they see.
Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
Great, you gotta play combo these days, bro. Not today, though. Not today.
Okay, folks, so we have to talk violently about one $19 EV stock that will start delivering in 2022 and may be very, very undervalued if it hits its production estimates. I want to give my breakdown on this, the risks with it, as well as my price predictions. And the only thing that I ask in return for all of this is that you hit that ravishing like button, and also don't forget to subscribe either. Also, quick plug, our Black Friday 100 coupon code is still active for a short time, so if you do want to lock in lifetime access to our step-by-step lessons, our private chat, our daily morning briefings, as well as, of course, our
I see
targets,
Black.
well, I'll go ahead and put a link to ZipTrader below.
Check
Okay,
out
folks, so
Black.
over the last couple of weeks, you may have seen some of the analyst and media coverage on the new Fisker Ocean. This is a mid-sized, sharp, and sporty-looking electric SUV. It also takes sustainability to the next level
That's
with
raps,
the Ocean
bro.
SUV comprised of many ocean recycled materials. The highest end model has 350 plus
Shit.
miles of range, which is better than Tesla's Model Y and their Model X. And overall, it's going to be competing in a segment that quite simply is very popular, but doesn't have many decent electric vehicle alternatives. And whether we are talking range, styling, or tech, the Ocean SUV seems like it's going to be one of the most competitive in the segment. Its price also goes as low as $37,500, which makes it more affordable to a wider range of consumers. They've also been selected by the Pope to build an all-electric Pope-mobile, which of course isn't a big deal in terms of actual revenue, but is certainly a big symbolic deal. The Pope-mobile is often a part of pop culture, and at the very least, switching from traditional brands to a Fisker is free marketing. What about the leadership over at Fisker? Well, the CEO, Henrik Fisker, has been in the EV business for more than a decade. He co-created electric car startup Fisker Automotive in 2007. Their famous Fisker Karma was one of the original ambitious sedans to compete for the early...
Maybe we could have found a more productive way to get people to come to work than, you know.
Hello everybody, this video is sponsored by Myth of Empires and its early access release on November 18th. Myth of Empires is a multiplayer sandbox game that really emphasizes freedom. Players will fight to survive in this kind of war-torn world. They'll build fortress. Box is really on. There's a separation between PvE and PvP servers, allowing these different worlds to either be more dedicated to the building and creation aspect, or if you want to just kill other people, have at it. There's a major RPG experience, including a talent and skill progression system, and a massive NPC system as well to provide unique and varied people to recruit and even train. Overall, Myth of Empires is looking to be one of those highly customizable, do whatever the hell you want kind of games, and I think that you should absolutely check it out in the description and go to the link to support my channel. Thank you very much, Myth of Empires, for sponsoring this video, and let's get on to the zombies talk. Hello everybody, my name is Bricky, currently experiencing explosive diarrhea from this UI design. I haven't been particularly silent when it comes to my thoughts on Call of Duty Zombies. Been a lifelong fan since World of War, made a video talking about the epitome of zombies, I believe in Black Ops 3, made a video about Cold War and its pretty good gameplay but pretty mediocre story and setting, and I even talked a little bit about it during the art direction video and the importance of good art direction in your game. So Call of Duty Vanguard has a zombies experience again, and therefore, as a zombie sim, it is my duty to go ahead, pick it up, and try it out, and see, is it worth your time? Now, I sit before you and tell you that Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies is arguably the worst zombies experience I have ever played, and is an insult to the $60 I spent on the game. But Bricky, $60, it's got the campaign multiplayer, not just zombies, fine. It's an insult to the $20 I would have spent on this game. I wouldn't spend $10 on this game. I wouldn't play it if it was free. My first run lasted about an hour and 10 minutes, and I was bored halfway through it. On my first run, I was bored. Like, all of this sounds like hyperbole. I know, all of this sounds like I'm trying to really fluff up my title and fluff up all the things I'm saying, because I really want to get that good, sweet YouTube ad revenue or something. But I don't joke when it comes to this kind of stuff. I truly believe Outer Wilds is one of the best sci-fi games of all time. I truly believe that Darkwood is one of the best horror games, no jump scares, of all time. I believe Frostpunk is one of the best city builders out there. I believe that Back 4 Blood's progression system is stupid and an embarrassment, and I truly believe that Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies is the worst experience of COD Zombies ever made. It is worse than World War II zombies. It is worse than Black Ops 4. It is worse than Exo Zombies. I would rather play the Burger Town map on Exo Zombies than jump into this more. That is not hyperbole. I legitimately mean it. And I know you want me to tell you why. Okay, I'll get started. First things first, let's talk a little bit of technical, right? Look behind me. You see this UI? What is that UI? How much stuff do you have to fit on a screen for zombies? Cold War didn't particularly have a great UI either, but compare these to Black Ops 3. Hell, compare them to Black Ops 4. I've always shit on Black Ops 4's UI for being just terrible. I would take that over this. There's so much stuff on screen. Okay, let's talk technical. Let's talk technical. First things first, zombies will sometimes just ignore you. They just stand there. I guess they're guarding something sometimes, and then sometimes they aren't guarding something, and they just don't even know you exist. The gun sounds range heavily. The shotgun sounds pretty good. But compare the World at War PPSH to this PPSH. I started super sprinting with this weapon, and I compared my screen. The huge amounts of muzzle smoke made it impossible for me to see in front of me when firing this weapon, and the sound effect change between indoors and outdoors is horribly jarring in this particular section of the map. The salvage icon on your HUD is different than the salvage icon on the crafting table, and look at this Thompson. That's not even a technical problem. Just what the fuck is that? Oh yeah! You can't pause in single player. It doesn't pause your game. So we're off to a good start. Gameplay. So, what do you think Call of Duty Zombies gameplay? You assume endless waves, right? You load in, you get a certain amount of zombies at a low speed, you kill them all, when they're all dead, next wave comes, etc., right? Well, that was just a little too fun. So we don't have that anymore. See that marker up there? That is not waves. That is objectives completed. How about the hunt for the power switch, right? Opening up a bunch of doors, get to the power switch, everything turns on, kind of stuff. That's gone. There's no power switch. There's also no doors. You don't spend any money to open up any doors or barricades or anything. Pack-a-punch, for example? Oh, it's already there. It's right there. It's there. You don't gotta unlock it or anything, it's there. The fundamentals of zombies have been removed from you. The new zombies experience is this. You see a portal. You go to the portal, and that immediately teleports you to a locked-off area of the map in which you must complete an objective. This objective could be hold out for a period of time. It could be kill zombies, pick stuff up, and deposit it into a totem, for example. Or it'll be escort missions with a floating head for a period of time until it's done. Once this is all over, you will be rewarded with a huge amount of points and teleported back to the main area that you started, which is almost like a safe mode or a safe area in zombies. And then the round ticker goes up and the game gets harder. In this area, the middle ground Stalingrad area, you can spend your stuff freely with almost no fear of reprisal. Any idea where you have to be a little bit cautious about buying stuff because you always got zombies on you, that constant threat is gone. The zombies are only in the outskirts areas, defending items, unlocks, perks, etc. And they will only react if you go to them, fight them, and then get one of the literally only 2 voice lines the Nazi guy wants to give you. He has 2. Why does he have 2? But the thing is that in the safe area, once all the zombies are dead, I mean, they're dead. That's it. You have to go do another objective in order to continue your points gain. What makes this so much worse is they actually neuter the amount of points you gain from killing zombies. Back in the day, way back in the day, it was 10 points per shot to the body, then 50 for the kill, 100 for a headshot killer, about, I think, 130 for a knife. In Cold War, they changed this up, where you still got kills for regular precision or melee, but you didn't get points for just shooting them, but it worked out, because Cold War kind of changed the financial formula. In Vanguard, shooting a zombie does not give you points, so it's like Cold War. Shooting a zombie in the body, however, will give you a grand total of, big drum roll, 20 points. 30 if it's a headshot. And now you're probably thinking, oh, well, you know, at least they changed the financial part of this. No! The perks and upgrades have gotten more expensive. Pack-a-Punch level 1 is 7,500, then 15,000, then 30,000. Perks, and we'll talk more about perks as well, have been getting more expensive in this variant, which we'll discuss when we talk about comparisons to Cold War. Basically, if you want to farm points, the only way I found out how to do that is to actually do the totem mission and just kill zombies for as long as you want, because you keep getting rewarded points. But the points are abysmal. 30 points for a headshot kill. 30. Which means if you want to get the same as an old school zombie headshot of 100, you need to kill 3.3 zombies per thing. And then you're going through ammo the entire time. And it's just boring. However, objectives give you big points, like 5,000, 7,000 points by completing them. So zombies are worth less, objectives are worth a ton, so you are being railroaded into doing nothing but constantly doing objectives and receiving a certain amount of points from it. Old strategy, 5 shots with a pistol to the body, knife in round 1, going and doing all the major headshot stuff with like a sniper rifle to conserve ammunition, or better yet, SMG that has low damage but high fire rates. You get all those points on the stomach or whatever when you're shooting them, that kind of stuff. All gone. There is no strategy involved in the slightest. You need to go out there to the portal and you are forced to do all these objectives, because if you don't, you are a poor bitch. Okay, so the zombies experience is objective based now, and you're being railroaded on points. But what about the actual gameplay? The gameplay is pretty simple. It's the classic zombies run at you, they get faster with time, all that usual kind of stuff. However, I want to talk a little bit about the special zombies. The first one is an explosive type called a Boomschreier or something like that. And it's actually pretty acceptable because it runs at you and it makes a very loud screeching noise, and when you shoot it, it blows up, and it also hurts other zombies, so you can have a little bit of tactics with that. They're a little annoying, but the idea of the zombie is fine. The problem is that these guys can appear anywhere. Back in the old zombies would come out of designated zones, either boarded up windows or other specific spots, right? In Cold War, they could basically come out of anywhere, but there was like a little bit of a time frame it took for them to actually get their way. They had to crawl through something, or they had to kind of crawl on the ground, and then it would take them maybe about 2 seconds to actually become active, and then once to go hit you. In Vanguard, they come out of areas like before, but now they can also teleport. They can come out of a dimensional rift immediately anywhere. So because of that, sometimes zombies will be popping out of portals, and then a Boomschreier will be like, life has many doors, and boy, and just immediately appear right next to me. And there's no wind up for their explosion. There's no animation. They just go boom. So randomly, I'm chilling. A Boomschreier just rips through the bubble of reality and immediately explodes all over my face. And I'm not even getting paid for it. But of course, we have armor. Remember armor, Cold War, armor, kind of a crutch, a little too strong, but armor, its own system, its own points value. Armor was a thing, and regardless of how strong it was a necessary evil for Cold War, and it really added to the gameplay formula. Now armor is back, but it seems that Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, there's so many names in the beginning of this one, I don't even know who develops this game anymore. They deemed that armor was also too powerful, so they wanted ways to, whittle it down, make it a little bit less powerful. Introducing Zombie with a gun. Zombie with a minigun. That is. Now, we've had ranged zombies before. The Panzer Soldat or the Russian Manglers, but they normally have a thing with their stuff. They fire the electric bolts and then it kind of twirls into the air and then blows up later. There's a reaction. The sonic blast of the Mangler takes time to reach. There is counterplay. There is movement involved. This guy has a gun that shoots bullets at you, and he's tanky as shit. This zombie, I think his entire purpose is to shred you of your armor, to force you to use your scrap to keep buying armor, because it literally will fire at you from a distance with, I'm assuming, close to a hit scan weapon, and there is actually nothing you can do. And like I said, he's super tanky. Who thought adding a zombie with a gun was a good idea? This isn't a boss zombie. Like, this is a special. And this is not rare, like every 5 rounds, something like that. No. This is like the Napalm and Sonic zombies in Shangri-La. Like, every round at a certain point will have 2, 3, 4 of these guys. All that effort, learning how to train zombies, learning how to maneuver through areas, all of that. And they just gave a zombie a gun. Oh, it's particularly fun when you have to stay near the head, too, in that escort mission. And then the zombie's shooting you from really far away. I hope you didn't bring a shotgun. Okay, so you're being railroaded on points. Armor is still a crutch. But how about progression? How about all that, like, background stuff? You know, you're playing the game, you're earning XP, doing all that kind of stuff. How's that work? Because Cold War actually had a pretty deep progression system. I said many times in my Cold War Zombies review that the game is pretty good but lacks personality, and I think I stand by that. The maps aren't very pretty, the story is boring, and the operator voice lines are pretty awful, but the gameplay was actually pretty good. They made a bunch of changes compared to the old formula, but they worked.
But I like
and
this
even
agile
the time
position,
they didn't work, there was
Shit's clean.
so much progression that you can work with. Your perks had like 5 different ways to be upgraded. Your weapons all had 5 different upgrades along with that. Your special abilities had upgrades. There was actually a pretty large amount of effort put into a consistent progression, and then you would grind the game, get the crystals, and then buff things out. It was on a player-per-player basis. As far as all of its issues were, that part, I liked it a lot. Did it make you a little bit overpowered at the end? Oh, totally, but at least you had to earn it, you know? So, naturally, Vanguard did the very intelligent decision of removing all of that. It's all gone. It's all gone. Can you upgrade your weapons and give them special benefits like Cold War? No. Can you upgrade your ability like Ether Shroud and stuff? No. Can you upgrade your perks? No. But don't worry, young grasshopper. They did the other idea, which is allowing you to buy your perks multiple times for the same effect. Perk 1, free. Then 2,500, then 5,000, then 7,500 every time you want to consistently buy a perk in-game without progression, and you're being railroaded on points because zombies are only worth 30 to the head, 20 to the body. So now there's no reason to play besides just getting your regular experience that you normally get. There's no upgrades, there's no extra anything, it's just all bare bones, but worse, because you don't get any points anymore from killing zombies just by the objectives, and the objectives are boring. And oh, Pack-a-Punch. Yes, let's talk about that. So, you know how in Cold War they actually added a new thing, which was a weapon variant, or like level-based system. It was actually pretty genius, and it added an additional dimension to the gameplay. So your weapons had 5 like ranks, kind of rarities, very similar to an MMO or anything. Red was actually the lowest one, and then it went the usual green, blue, purple, orange. And getting something to orange took a lot of your scrap, which was its own separate resource. However, at the time, it was just pretty genius, because then you could start the game with like an LMG, but it was only a level 1 LMG, so it really wasn't that great. But if you wanted to either hit the box for some higher rarity weapons, or really put in the amount of resources to make that one special gun you spawned with your main gun, the options were there for you. Now, that was actually separate to Pack-a-Punch as well, because not only did you have rarity, but you had power, and so getting a good orange weapon with triple pack, that thing would kick ass. And as I was rolling the box in Vanguard, I was noticing the color variants. I was like, oh, cool, they brought that back. Wow, was I wrong. The color variants are not actually rarities. Rarities are gone entirely. The color variants mean that the gun has already been pre-pack-a-punched. White is none, blue is packed once, purple twice, orange 3 times. Why would I grind through a game that railroads me on points, suffocates the amount I get from zombies, and actually costs more to Pack-a-Punch when I can literally get the exact same thing from the box? Also, what's worse, that there, what you're seeing,
That's a triple-packed gun. Probably thinking to yourself, where's the camo? There is no camo. It's gone. All it does is have a little red muzzle flare and a slightly pew-pew noise. There's no camo. There's no Pack-a-Punch camo. There's just a little icon on the bottom. That's it. I'm not older than 35. I don't violently come when I see an MP40. Give it the goddamn cool little light show. That's all I ask. So you have an inferior gameplay loop, a lack of...
Transform the way you work with NFPA Link. Instant digital access to codes and standards. On your device, on demand. Get the job done right. Visit nfpa.org/link.
Owning your own business means pulling your own strings. That's why VSP individual vision plans let you care for your eye health.
Progression, railroad on points. The customization's gone. Is anything else better? Not really. The voice acting is really not that great. Sometimes they're okay, some of the demons are neat. And if there's anything that I will give it some credit on, is that its art direction's a little bit better. I like the chalices for the perks instead, kind of cool. The demon idea is kind of neat. It's got a little bit more personality, but the voice acting is just so poor. It's so poor. Besides some of the demons, the characters aren't great. The operators suck. Oh my god, they're so bad. I can't believe we went from Nikolai to this. And... like, what's... like, why? What am I doing? You decided to take Outbreak. Because I guess 5 people liked Outbreak and turned it into the entire mode. I didn't like Cold War. I didn't enjoy Cold War. I don't think it was a great game, but I had fun with the zombies. It was okay. It wasn't Black Ops 3. It wasn't Black Ops 2 or 1 or World of War, but it was okay. You know, it had promise. Outbreak, I thought, kind of sucked, but it had promise. And this is just... like, I'm sad. I guess this just leaves me with a final question, which is... what happened? Activision's stock has been tanking recently. The only thing that Activision is better at than delaying games is abusing women, and I think their share prices are finally starting to catch up with them. Modern Warfare 2019 was lightning in a bottle. It had a long development time, it looked good, it sounded good, the campaign was decent, Spec Ops didn't like that much, but the gameplay was surprisingly solid. It worked out really well. Not a huge fan of Warzone myself, but it peaked. And now it feels like we're getting Modern Warfare 2019 with a coat of 80s paint, and now a coat of World War II paint. In fact, it actually probably is exactly that, because they need to keep the Warzone stuff up. The old days, COD had a 2-year cycle studio at Modern Warfare, and then Black Ops, and Modern Warfare 3, I think is what it was, and then Black Ops 2. It had a 2-year cycle, and then Sledgehammer came along, and it had a 3-year cycle, and that was, in that period of time, people were a little bit iffy on the games. You know, that was like around the Advanced Warfare Black Ops 3 period of time. But that 3-year cycle helped. It really did. It gave it a lot more polish. Call of Duty was always a game that, for all of its problems, for all of its issues, and whether you liked it or not, it was decently polished. And it had a lot of content. Had a full campaign, a multiplayer, and the extra side mode. And it was generally well polished. It looked good. It ran well. It was like pretty good at that stuff. Now, I feel like I'm seeing the death rattle of a company. Activision Blizzard, for all their money, feels creatively malnourished. No matter how gross Bobby Harkonnen looks. You know, the campaign of multiplayer might be better. And it might be pretty decent, but I don't believe it. I just don't believe them. This looks like Modern Warfare again, with a new coat of paint again. I know that the developers of this game can do better. They have done better. I don't know if it's massive crunch, if the cycles are all messed up, if the internal problems with the company are catching up to them, if it's just them trying to ride out the amount of money. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But it truly feels like this company is on its spiral down to, like, death. And while I'm really sad about the workers that work there, and I really wish them the best for their job, kind of good. Activision Blizzard has, so far from the heyday, with that beautiful eyeball and the big spike in it, it is far from the greatness that it used to be in, and maybe some of the things should just put them out of their misery. Don't buy this game, honestly. I spent my money so I can tell you not to. It is an embarrassment. And for someone who has generally liked most Call of Duty games, just because I like that kind of formula, fuck this. I'm gonna go play Halo Infinite. At least some company looks like they have a modicum of knowing what the fuck they're doing. Damn, that made me angry. It's like watching your favorite thing just get abused by people who have no idea what the hell they're doing. There's a market for Call of Duty style zombies, I'm telling you what. There's some people out there who probably should jump on the opportunity, some kind of endless wave-based zombies like that. Because Back 4 Blood isn't doing that great right now. And there's a damn market for that. So we'll see. We'll absolutely see. Thank you everyone for...
So make it loud for this group that's ready to give you a show.
Joy to the world.
Joy.
What is you doing?
I can't use one more member. I mean, like a play cousin.
We got too many already.
All right.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Damn it, this wretch has just puked all over my brand new gaming PC, and now it doesn't work. Thank goodness I have NordVPN. Not because it'll fix the computer from the damage the wretch has done, but it will stop him from stealing my data. Even in the 21st century, data is still not being treated fairly. It's always being stolen, hacked, and more, but thanks to NordVPN, that all can change. NordVPN can be connected to instantly help you secure your IP address and protect the data that matters, all for an easy-going price. Go ahead and check out the description at nordvpn.com/brickyvpn to get a 2-year plan plus 4 additional months for a huge discount. Once again, in the description, nordvpn.com/brickyvpn to get your discounted code and start protecting your data today. Hello everybody, my name is Bricky, currently being sent to heaven for playing Jim fighting a wrench. Back 4 Blood has come out to mixed reviews overall. Some parts of it are pretty good, gunplay, sound design, optimization, music. Some of it, less good, balance, characters, some of the UI changes, and progression. That last one is what we're going to talk about. I have a small video on my second channel discussing my thoughts on the game's balance, that can be linked below, but that's not what we're talking about today. This is not a full-fledged review for Back 4 Blood because I, like many others, am pretty mixed on the game. One thing I am not mixed on is the way they decide to handle single-player progression when playing it, and that is the big topic for today. As of making this video, they said they are looking into it, quote-unquote, and if they have fixed it, well, that happened after I filmed this. If you didn't know, Back 4 Blood is a co-op horde shooter along the likes of Left 4 Dead, Killing Floor, and Walmart Black Friday. These games generally incentivize you to play with a team because you're not having to deal with horrible bots or random players, and instead you have a lot better coordination, communication, and teamwork. However, Back 4 Blood decided to take the Olympic gold medal of toe stepping by completely locking you out of any deck building whatsoever, stat tracking, achievements, and earning supply points, aka the main progression of the game, akin it to XP. You get no XP of any kind playing solo. And let me make this clear, this isn't Booster Justice in MW2, where people are trying to farm headshots for fall camo. This isn't a private match. This is a single player game. This is a normal run, where instead you are just choosing to have 3 bots instead of 3 random players. So if you want to earn anything from achievements to a little bit of experience, you need to either invite friends or endure the second highest tumor-causing thing in the world, random players. Now, let's talk about this for a second. When it comes to the longevity of a game, being able to play it single player is one of the most important things out there. For a while,
Alright, look, I know a lot of you clowns don't actually watch the full video. Yeah, looking at you, Larry, I know. So here's the main takeaway. This build was awesome. Like, tell me how I have Rolling Guard on here, and it was kind of a crutch to make sure I was, like, safe, but Nezha was like, crutch. My guy, have you seen my J's? They're blazing, okay? You don't need crutches out here in these streets. Bro, look, I forgot that I had Rolling Guard on this thing. It was nuts. Like, killing Ezra, let me tell you about some things that aren't going to happen. I'm pretty sure it starts and ends right there. But anyway, that's the main takeaway. So do what you will with that, and I guess we're going to roll this awesome clip.
Target is in the vicinity.
It's minus 30. We only have 10% power strain. Just watch the video. See, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's really it. So, Divine Spear, we're getting rid of that, and then we're putting on Breach. Halo is the thing we're using to survive. And then Firewalker's here because why would you ever use an edge without Firewalker? I'm pretty sure there's laws against that, so I wouldn't recommend that. And then Blazing Chakram, interesting thing. So I kept that here because you can basically use it like a Trinity, what's that thing called? Energy vamp situation, right? So like Equilibrium's on this build. You can just throw it out, the Chakram. When it hits targets, what it's going to do is it's going to make them drop health orbs. So you hit them with it, and then they drop health orbs, and it gives you power. So that's neat. Also, legally speaking, it gives you some sort of damage increase, but again, we have 10% power strength, so let's forget about stuff like that. Same thing with Breach Surge. Yeah, like 10% power strength. I mean, it gives you like some stealth damage and stuff like that, so you take that for what it is. Literally, like, as long as there's minus strength, everything else is whatever your heart desires. So, so the main crux of this is we're going to be using Halo consistently whenever we hit, keeping those health on the Halo, and then we're going to be using shield gating. So shield gating is going to fill up every time you use an ability because Nezha has like no health. Also, in the previous video, I said the only thing that could make this thing worse was like if they increased Nezha's armor. Fun fact, that's the only thing they didn't give him more power or health, or they gave him all the swag, but like they're just like, how about we give him more? Bro, come on, get out of here with that. Anyway, Nezha don't need no armor. Yeah, I think that's. I mean, what else? I don't know what else to tell you. Like everything else here is, condition overload, melee weapon. Like I don't feel like you know. I just keep saying that over and over in every video. So I mean that is what it is. Condition overload plus melee equals dead enemies. So that and then stealth from Breach Surge, and you're good. Like I will say this, don't take out rolling guard, man. Like just get rid of that. Like it's not even. I can't remember what it is. I think I was like 40 minutes in, and I was like, oh, dude, I have rolling guard here. Because I, didn't use it. Like, if I did use it, it was an accident, you know? Like, it wasn't like I was like, oh, I need to be invulnerable. No, Nezha's got that stuff covered. I don't even know why you thought about that, bro. Bro, scrubs think about stuff like that. I don't know why you thought about that. Don't do that. Anyway, yeah, I mean, other than that, let's talk about the real reason you're here to see this video. This ephemera, Jesus, man. This ephemera is crazy. I don't know, look at this thing. This build won't work if you don't have this ephemera. Actually, no build will work if you don't have this ephemera. This is prior one mandatory. Anyway, yeah, man. I mean, that's pretty much it. He's unkillable. If you die, literally it's because you forgot something. You're like, oh, I didn't recognize my Halo was down, or oh, shield get it wasn't because some enemy was like, yo man, I got this guy, I'm coming out. No. We don't do that out here, okay? That's not a thing that happens to Nezha. That's a thing that happens to other people. It's not a thing that happens to Nezha. So why are you thinking about these things, man? Stop thinking about stuff like that. It doesn't happen to Nezha. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to throw a note here, there is a power strength build you can do. I tried it, right? We're just max power strength. At that point, survivability, that throw that crap out the window. If you're in a group and you're doing it, cool, right? But Chakram can give you a lot of bonus damage, all the bonus damage. Actually, let me be let me be accurate for that one person who wants to be accurate. Here it is. I had more power strength than this, but anyway, if you max out the power strength, or whatever you're doing with that, you can get, let's see, at 163 power strength, I have 163 damage vulnerability. So it's multiplying the damage that is dealt to the enemy. So combine that with honestly, you can use Eclipse, it would work. I just happen to have research here, and that works. So like you're stacking, multiplying damages, if that makes sense. So Neja definitely has potential to be a high damage dealer, and also it's cool, if you run in a group, because it's not based on Neja, right? Because like if they're getting hit by Breed Surge, then whoever hits them is going to do multiply damage. Same thing with Chakra. So I just wanted to note that, like, you can do that, but like, again, I don't know how you're surviving. I mean, maybe rolling guard, but that doesn't last forever, and then maybe Vazarin. But I just, hey, look, that's you. Like, I don't think that's very compelling. Like, I'd rather be more on the survivability side, and then worry about where the damage comes from, as opposed to like, where's the damage coming from, and then survivability.
Damn,
Again,
but
hey,
kill me. That's
whatever,
embarrassing.
you got it. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. That's not a thing. All right. Yeah, Neja's pretty cool. Guess we'll leave it there. Peace.
You are surrounded by
I'm about to try to pull that, bro.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Damn. How weak is my hammer? Cinder hammer. Super weak. What do I have there?
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive.
What's inside Airborne? A blast of immune support that's not just vitamin C. It's a unique crafted blend with
Rolling guard and status. That's all I need. Damn, boy, I'm gonna need to be like good in this already. It's all good. It's worth it. Galvanized.
Excellent alliance.
I've got no more than
Please
these.
return.
Covered in blood.
Safe and sound.
So go with that. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Combine 4 unranked mods for a chance at a rare mod. Bet. Duplicates. To that. And then
I've been thinking, operator. I thought you'd want to know.
man, what is that? Oh, fuck no. I can dissolve mods into endo? Bro, you know how many duplicates I have? Like, what is this? Insert stationary mod and eliminate. What? I don't even know I have that. That's crazy. That's actually really good. But some of it, well, that's hey, it's a good one. That is a good one. I have 10,000 duplicates, bro. Bruh. Okay. Like this. I don't need. No, I'm wasting money, Loki. Hold on. Let's filter this out. Only rare. Show all. See, I don't need like, I don't need. That's actually really good. I need that. That's good shit, bro. Okay, one more. Price strategy. Pain threshold. Oh my god. I'm gambling. One more, and then you better find out. Look at it. I have 43. Yeah, come on. I don't need 43. 36. That's not bad. Alright, one more. This is it. Last one. I'm done. Wow. That doesn't count. Bro. What the fuck? Damn, nah, that doesn't count, man. That shit wasn't even rare. Shit's common. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. It's the last one. I don't care if it's common or rare. Okay, I'm out. That shit.
All models accounted for, operator. I have
Not lucky today, I guess. Not lucky today. This rifle or UV. Parasis. Can do cats, Aaron shards. Seven rounds.